Hope you're having a good day. It's like 4:51 a.m. when I'm making this recording. So overnight, as we are sleeping, Target announced the launch of the Pokemon collaboration. Here's the timeline, but basically they will be available in store first before they are available online, and there will be a second drop as well, which will be the same thing. So will be in store before online because you can tell from the date if you look into it. Which begs a question. Do they have isolated inventory between in-store versus online? Because what if the in-store saw everything and nothing left online? Is people gonna line up there? How well is it gonna be organized in terms of security and everything for the lineup? Because I'm sure there will be people lining up. If it's May 2nd, I'm sure there's people lining up in April for this. Yeah, I'm kind of laughing a little bit at that point, so I don't know how it is. I'm just giving you my honest feedback in terms of what I think. What I like about them is they have all the creators listing out what they have and have them showcasing the pieces and so on and so forth. You can tell all the content creators' names, and so you can see how big, for example, the binders are and how great the outfit might look, kind of there in the photo ops. So in that sense, you can kind of have, a better understanding of how things will look. And looked at it for probably like over an hour now, so just giving you my honest feedback in terms of how everything looks and what I think things will happen. Besides bad things will happen. So without further ado, let's click on the explore all so we can see. And they are so great that they list out everything on the two launch with the two launch dates already. So it's great in case you're budgeting and stuff. It's a good idea, kind of. So the first item is the jacket. And I'll be extremely honest here. The price point for $129.99 and you're probably fighting for it. And that you don't know the exact sizing, kind of. Because it looks like a very loose fit jacket, as you can see from the picture, is a very loose fit jacket. It's kind of hard to tell. It's quite an expensive item that you're fighting for that price point that you might not fit. And I mean, of course, you can always probably return, I guess. So if someone really wanted it, it's not a best flattering color too, it's a pretty color for Pokemon, don't get me wrong, but it's not the most flattering on some skin tone potentially. So I don't know for that price points if people want to gamble on the sizing and then bother to return later, kind of thing. That's the cons. The pros. This jacket looks like, well, I don't know the block color, but they have the badges here. They are embroidery, it looks like. So, well, this one is not. This is just the Target one. This is probably not going to increase the value per se or whatever, but this part is the pretty part, and this is embroidery. So with that said, there's the pros and cons of embroidery. The pros is it would not wear out as you wash, like prints and stuff, transfer out. The cons is that's probably a weakness too. When you wash it too much, that's probably where it tears off of the material. The price point is a little bit too much, to be honest, for me. So I would not consider it because of all the things I was saying. People are fighting for it, or hard to get. After that, I'm not gonna go into details. The average shirt is about $25, I believe. There are multiple designs, of course, Ganga. They're all printed, as in, like, I don't know how well the material made, but potentially after wash or after ironing, it might be gone, type. But the price point is acceptable in that sense, because any shirts on Pokemon is probably about $25. I'm just gonna be honest here, so it's not bad. Nix is a very interesting thing, and that's why I said I like about how they have the content creator modeling it, because this is a big binder. There are multiple designs, Chainsaw, Genga, everything. Um, the price points are quite high, and this is part of first release. It basically has the pretty design front and back, and it has a flap, closure with a Velcro looking, and it has two paper binder and some inexpensive, probably like 9 pockets that don't know how well. I'm not sure if this is a good binder for cards. I'm just throwing out there, but 60.99 is a little bit steep if you're trying to collect everything. So probably people will just collect the Pokemon, either the Pokemon they like or the Pokemon they can sculpt easy, which means Charizard is probably the first to go, and followed by Gengar, well, Mewtwo. Those are like probably like first ones to go, kind of. I You cannot really tell how well is the print and everything, but given it's a binder, the confidence is usually better because it looks like plasticky, so it probably will last longer. But the price point is a little bit high. I know a regular binder is about that same price, so it's not like Pokemon is more expensive per se. It's just that normal people would not buy binder at normal price, kind of, unless you're desperate. Usually people wait for school opening days and stuff, kind of to buy binders, usually at a more economic price, or at least I did. So, or even after school opening, like, at the end, they usually put it cheaper. Because I use a lot of binders. So that's why I was like, this is gonna be bad. I want it, but I don't want it bad enough to get paid 60.99 and again wait in line for it. Not too sure. After that, there's a series of tumblers for like a lot of characters. I'm gonna put it that way. The price point is actually great. I'm just not interested myself because I'm not interested in tumbler myself. Specifically because of material. Just general tumbler. I'm pretty picky on what I'm using for drinkware wise. So if you like to change tumbler a lot, and have different designs of it, I think this is a very good price point for purchase. It's just personally I'm not interested. There's water bottles as well as pretty good price point. After that is this adventure crossbody. I'm gonna click on it to show you guys what I think. So I think this thing is huge. I like the fact that it has a hidden Pikachu here, but this thing is huge. This is a male adult model. Look at how big this thing is with that little tiny strap. Not the flattery looking either. So I think personally I'll pass, even though the hidden Pikachu is really a pretty design per se. Is like kind of like your little Easter egg. And the straps for everything, the straps actually has the Catch demo. I cannot tell if how well the Gonna Catch Them All font is actually printed on the strap or whatever. Can tell. Yeah. So, but I'll pass personally because of the size on the male model. Next is hoodies. There's a bunch of different colors, basically just dark and or just light hoodies. Nothing's too special. It's printed again, and I told you about what I thought about printed, so not gonna go there. Price point is okay, is average. Keyboard. I'm definitely not getting it. The reason why I said I'm not getting it, I mean it's the same color hue, which is not the biggest like concern. It did have like different like the cap. Let me see if I can show it. It shows the characters and it shows the symbols which is cool for keyboard. You know, kind of it has the balls and everything. It looks pokeballs and stuff. So that was the nice part, and it also like have the coloring when you connect it, which is also the cool part. Not expensive technology wise, but the reason is this. So as a person that has carpal tunnel, too much information, but usually your doctor will, well, you usually have someone to check on your posture and everything to give recommendations as you're working, kind of. Part of the good thing about working in Canada, but actually, by the way, they actually have those people to medical professional to actually, like, if your company pays for it, I should put it that way, to check your posture and everything in case they got lawsuit and stuff. They will have people check to make sure your posture is right. And one thing I learned, apparently you should never has your keyboard in a up, like a angled manner, because usually you have that little 2 feet, you can have it up and type. But apparently if you're on a desk job and you type a lot, you don't want that, because it will keep your hand bend at a weird angle, and it will make your hand bend more and aggravate your carpal tunnel. This one, even though it don't have the little feet, you can see it's angled. So from an arrogant, arrogant, it's not like good for your arm in that sense. If you type a lot, if you don't type a lot, if you just use the bottom key for, I don't know, playing games, and I'm pretty sure gamer has their own, well, at least when I was a gamer, you have your own different keyboard anyway, so you're not going to substitute that keyboard with this. But I have to say, like, the caps, the buttons and everything was, it was fine. The other confusing part is, you see how this thing has the arrow and this thing has the pokeball. I do not know if the pokeball actually come with it. I don't think so, to be honest. So I think that picture earlier was a little bit, the first picture is misleading, because I don't know if the pokeball, let me see if it's part of it. Did it say? It didn't. So I really doubt that pokeball is that. And the price point, like I said, is not high. It's just organically, this is not a good keyboard for the risk if you have carpal tunnel, or if you type a lot. So because of that, and the reason why I don't think the pokeball is part of it is because if you scroll later, there's a separate accessory or purchase product. Let me scroll it back down if I can find it, at $10 for it. It come out the same day. So that's why I don't think the 4 buttons come with a keyboard, and I think that one is very misleading. I'm sure someone can ask that question online if they really want to find out, but because I'm not interested in keyboard, I'm not even gonna ask. So that's that part. All the caps are $15, I believe, and there are multiple designs. They're all embroidery, and people tend to not wash caps, and caps usually tends to go fast. Just saying. So again, it depends on if it has the characters you want. As Chancel, no, Chancel, sorry. As Eevee, Diddle, I forgot what's the other two. But basically, it has like multiple characters for the caps. Sorry, I'm going too fast. It has Mewtwo and Eevees and Psyducks. Yes, Psyducks. Sorry. So don't have Charizard. Sorry. Okay. So the Diddle, for some reason they put it higher. So probably Diddle would go first, because if you were scrolling in that way, I mean, unless you create it in your list, I would assume Diddle go first because of people scrolling naturally. The next one is actually interesting. Is a reversible jersey. So it's Gyarados and Magikarp, and you can see the model. It looks great. It pops, basically. I should put it that way. The price point is pretty good. But again, it's a printed ones. So that's I believe if you get a jersey from Puma, the same like not same, but like the Pokemon Puma collaboration is way more expensive than the $25 here. Like not way, but like more expensive than it. And plus, reversible, so you actually can wear it two ways. So that was like, if you think of it, you can like think of it as $13 to make yourself feel better for shelling that money out from your wallet, kind of. So that's that. Again, the hoodies, I'm not going to talk about it. This is the weird part. There are two toys that are listed, but if you click on the toys, there's actually more than two, because you can see the back of the box. It actually shows there four. The website shows there two, so I don't know what's the deal with that. So that's number one, because it has a Ray there, and it has like the Garchomp there. So, and it shows pre-order gray out. Not sure what's the deal, and like I said, and I don't know why they're showing 2 out of 4. Anyway, that's that. It's the toy prices, so not sure how sort all these are. There's nothing on the packaging to say first anniversary and whatnot. It literally don't have anything suggesting it was like a special collaboration per se. So not sure what's the deal with that. That the pre-order's gone. Maybe they just haven't activated or something. I don't know. I really don't know. Next is the shirts. Again, $25. Not gonna go there. Youth versus adult, basically. Printed. Everything printed. So that might help a little bit. After that is the lip smacker. Yeah, if you collect lip smacker from various collaboration, you might want to keep that in your collection. Then you might want to buy it. I mean, the design is nice, but then like seriously, how much money you gonna shell out compared to collecting everything else? Kind of, because this is just one drop, right? So even though the price point is not too bad, unless you're really like a collector of lip smackers, because I mean, I know people doing that because like say they have these special designs for Coca-Cola or whatever, kind of, or Sanrios and stuff. People collect those, but like especially for Pokemon, I'm not sure. It looks nice. The price is not bad. It's just like how much money you're spreading out to collect stuff that you don't either keep it sealed and not use, or you use it and then I don't know. Again, more hoodies. These are $30. And then there's these fragrance spray mist. The design is interesting. Basically, there's Pikachu and the starters. The Kanto starters, I should say. It has a little charm on the side, which is cute because each of them has a different, like this is electric, like the Pikachu tail. The foil on the cap, I can probably guess it will wear off, it scratch off, kind of. So, and I don't know, like, if people want to, again, it's just like the lip gloss. If you're gonna spread out your collection to stuff you usually don't collect, I mean, you can reuse the bottle for example, once you finish it, you can reuse the bottle for, I don't know, alcohol or something, alcohol wipes or something, kind of, like not wipes, but you know what I'm saying, water, alcohol spray and stuff for, I don't know, sterilizing your workspace or something, so you can reuse the bottle. I'm just saying the cap will probably scratch off and stuff. If you can seal it again, it's just like the lip smacker thing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. There are lots of food. I'm sure people will buy the food. I don't know if people will line up for the food. And I'm not sure people will buy the food online. Like I just don't know how that works, and I'm not interested because of that. But there are lots of food. There's like chips and stuff later on. But the Pop-Tarts and stuff. There's these boxes like where you store your gadgets and whatnot. It looks like small, I'll click on one of them. So it has two trays in the middle and then like the bottom space, kind of. So they put color pencils and notepad and whatnot. You can see how the size of the notepad to tell you how big is that little thing. I think it's mostly for younger child. At $18 basically. Price point for the other one. This one probably is like, again, you can see the comb is probably like a smaller one. It's just a higher price point for a different layout. So that's that. And there's the classic red and white one, which probably will sell out first if I were guessing. I'm just guessing here. After there's a lot of nail art tattoos and stuff. I don't know, people. I know a lot of people like to do Pokemon designs on the nails, so that would make sense if it sells out by ladies, kind of. 12.99 is not too bad for nail arts because usually nail arts they're different price points. I'll put it this way, but this one is actually with a Pokemon collaboration, so it's not too bad for the price points. But again, uh, I don't know if people will buy it just to scalp it in that sense for the nail arts. I doubt it, but who knows? These days, scalpers, right? The design, like I said, it will look very pretty on the nails, but not my cup of teas. And then again, more binders. There's notebooks for $2.99. That's a lower price point items. But if you look at it, it's just the front is pretty. The back is just like paperback. I mean, it has a special design, but it's not the holographics. And it's just regular line notebook. There's nothing special about it. So you're paying $2.99 for probably 99 cents notepad when it's on sale. Not saying it's bad. Like, I mean, it's pretty, so I'm sure kids will love it. I love it. I just not sure if the reasonable bee will pay for it, kind of, because like which design you're gonna pick, because all of them look so pretty. After that is a wet brush, which is a brand that for like detangling hair thing, and it's actually foldable, which is great. The design, again, not one that I would go with. I love this brand, and because I love this brand, I know how much this brush when it's on sale gonna be. So, and the Pokemon design, I don't know how should I put it? I don't know if it's gonna last because I just don't know. Usually they do, um, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna shell out $14.99 for a brush when usually when it's on sale. If you go to TJ Maxx and stuff, usually it's like $5-6, $5.99, $6.99, I should say, for a brush. That's not folded. Folded probably maybe $1 more. So basically you're paying double because it has a Pikachu printed on it and the other one has a Jigglypuff on it. After that is the back charms. So there's a lot of them. They're all at $8. I cannot decipher this product. Okay, I can decipher and not decipher this product. So if you look at the collaboration, there was a different handbag brand that has back charm at I believe is about $80 to $90 each, but those are made of vegan leather or something. They're handmade for all of them. So that was this is like 10% of that price. So in that sense, it was a good price. But you can compare the same thing because it's a vegan leather versus this is a printed, I believe. So the tab looks very secure. The chain looks very secure. But this print, I can't tell. If you were buying a back charm that I did in a previous video for Easter or something when they had it, I believe those are about the same price. So this looks more fabric, but this looks like a not comparable quality in terms of compared to the Easter ones. Because the Easter is more like the rubber leathery thing. This one looks more like clothy. I don't know if they actually mention it in the specs. Polyester, spot and wipe clean. You know what that means when they say spot and wipe clean, right? So, but the price point, like I said, if you compare it to the same first anniversary, the vegan one, this is only a fraction of the price. So, and they have the different designs. So, $8. All right, talk about the keycap. So, again, $10 for four. That's not bad, but out between the keyboard and this, if I were to pick one, I would probably pick keycaps just because of the hand position angle thing. I don't know, but I don't think so. Next is the kickballs. I think kids will like it, but they basically have all the Pokeball designs for every single one of them. Well, not every single one. There's more Pokeballs, there's love balls and stuff. They don't have it, but like the basic ones, they have it. So that's that. $15. This is drop 2, so you have more time to think about it. This glow in the dark stickers. Not gonna go too much about it. $7. There's lots of designs, so it's not too bad the pricing. And then there's the wireless headphones at $15. Basically, there's a black logo here with the Pikachu here, so you can see 25 here. But nothing too, too much to talk about it. The price is not bad. $15 is basically what you expect from those Five Below stores headphone, I'm assuming, the quality wise. There's the head clips, which is very interesting. There's the Pikachu versus the Butterfree. I believe from the picture, the Pikachu is, you guys know I'm into hair clips, right? I believe the Pikachu is in acrylic and this is metal. You see how this is metal and painted versus this is acrylic, which means easier to break. Actually, both was easy to break, but this was probably easier to break, and that results in the lower price point in terms of production as well. So 6 versus 8. Again, not too bad given how many hair clips you get. Like the $6 you actually get 8 versus the $8 you only get 6. So that was kind of like interesting price point, and like I said, it kind of shows you the quality. Next is more tumblers. I'm not going to talk about it, just because of a personal bias about tumbler material wise. $3.50 for stickers, and then the bag. Tote bag looks cool on the model. I'm gonna say that. I think they were showcasing the Bulbasaur in the on the models, on the creators. I'm gonna go over 2 key points on the tote. One is printed. Just put out. It has a little zipper back. You can make it small, kind of, because that's what you expected for a reusable tote. The chain didn't look too special. I don't know if that's supposed to be a Pokeball, but it doesn't. It's not the obvious like big Pokeball design, so not too special about it. Printed. The straps looks not too durable. Like for those that actually sew or collect Trader Joe tote bag like me, the part of the reason why people buy the Trader Joe tote bag, because besides the whole 10,000 way you can redesign your bag for your DIY projects, like, or you can art paint it, is the straps, because the straps is sew all the way down, so the bag won't break easily. But if you're carrying light items like, I don't know, flowers or vegetables, something light, this is potentially your purchase. The other thing was this little closure. So the bag is opened with a little, what do you call those? Snap at the top. This snap has the metal Pokeball on it. there is an inside pocket. So it's not like beating up the tote bag. It just depends on what's your if you're the kind of people like me, which is carrying as little bags as possible and load it as heavy, like as much stuff as possible, which means heavy, then this might not last. But if you're a collector and just collecting it, or if your load tends to be light, then this is probably a good purchase. The price is not bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not too bad. It's $15. But it's not too bad because usually, I don't know, if you buy a tote, usually it's like $2, $3 already. So this is just 5 times more because of the Pokemon designs, kind of. And it looks good on the model, I said. So that's that. As you can tell from my tone, I'm not going for it. I'm probably just going to DIY on a Trader Joe instead of buying a mass-produced tote bag that I know would not probably last as long. Just a personal preference there. The next is the ball holder. I'm pretty sure a lot of kids will like it. In theory, you can use it for anything else. It also has that gonna catch them all printed straps, which is cool. More stickers, more caps. Not gonna go there. And then the fragrance one. And then there's the Sour Patch, and there's the potato chips, by the way, at the bottom as well. Those are the food options. So pork tart, Sour Patch, and chips. Like how many sealed chips and Sour Patch and whatever that people are going to collect, right? It just doesn't make too much sense. But if you want to buy it and line up to buy it, then because you enjoy the snack, then that might make more sense. Or if you just happen to see in the stores as part of your... I don't think anyone would get that lucky, to be honest. Like, just to happen to see in the store as part of their routine purchasing. I'm sure the scalpers is going to get it first. That's why I'm, like, not interested in food because of that. The final item, which is all the way at the bottom, which is part of wave 1, which is weird. I should say interesting. I shouldn't say weird. It's the Chainsaw Funko Pop. It's all the way at the bottom. It's weird because the pre-order button is enabled, as in you can order it now for May 2nd release. Scratch my head a little bit. Why? Because the other toy, you cannot pre-order and they only show 2 out of 4. I don't know what's wrong there. This is you can see there's a Funko sticker there for those collect Funkos. You can see the Funko sticker at the bottom. The box also says is for Target only. Right here, the yellow sticker there says is Target only. Beyond that, nothing suggests 30th anniversary. It is a special color, soft pastel color, whatever they call it. Soft color. For Chainsaw, so as in it's not the regular Chainsaw, so the stickers and the box itself can tell is a special one. A Funko on sale, usually, like you guys saw my video, abnormally will be $4. Normally on sale is $9.99. Regular price is $14.99. Scalpers price, the sky's your limit. I'm gonna put it that way. Is this gonna be sought after item? I don't think so, because $5.25. I made the video for so long now. Still there. I think most people probably don't want to pre-order on shipping, because usually Funko, if the box is not mint when it arrived, then it's worthless. I shouldn't say worthless, but worth less. I think that's why people don't pre-order it and probably want to go and get it in the store. You think you can order 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so you can order 4, the limit, which is ridiculously high if you ask me for. Like, who wants 4 Funko of the same one? Kind of, I don't know. But I think that's why is not pre-ordered because of that. Because usually people are very picky on the Funko arrival date. And being honest, I don't think this will fare well if you just dump in a box. Unless it's protected. But I mean, you can always probably return it again. Just like the jacket is like 120 something. Do you want to return it, if it doesn't fit? Because you're not going to keep $120 something jacket that you cannot fit in. Well, I mean, unless you like to collect. But if you collect, you would not probably buy the Target one. You probably buy the other ones, kind of. So yeah, so that's basically all the products. Basically, I think wave 2 is mostly the hats. You can see the hats and the balls. These spotty ones, the second wave. So you have more time to think about those. Everything else, I believe, is wave 1. Maybe there's like I missed something, but for the most part, everything is wave 1. And I already gave you my honest thoughts on it because I looked at it for a long time. I was like, do I want any of these? I can tell you that no. I mean, it's not a good product. It's just I want to save my money on something else for the 40th anniversary. So it's just like a tight budget because of that. But yeah, I think there's 2 more toys that they might not have listed because judging from the back of the toy boxes, it looks like I don't think they're pre-order out. I'm just saying I don't think they're pre-order out, and there's like 2 more. I can't even find it now. I don't think it's that low. It's probably at the top. I don't think they're sold out. I think they just glitch on the pre-order button here. And I think there's 2 more. If you're into Rayquaza, and I forgot what's the other one. Garchomp. Looks like there's 2 more. Again, the box nothing suggests 30th anniversary. Just putting out there. Nothing suggests it is 30th anniversary for that $19.99 price mark. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this whole decipher of the product released, and let me know what you guys think. Which one you guys gonna get? I think if I have money, I'll buy the pullover, but because I'm not rich and the sizing wise, and I'm too lazy, I'm not getting it. In general, I'm not getting anything. I don't think I'm getting anything. Until next time, have a good one, guys. Bye.